Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. So let us see how much of Surya Upanishad we are able to see today. So we will begin with the Shanti Pata from the beginning. Om Bhadram Karne Bhishrunayama Devaha Bhadram Pashyema Akshabhir Yajatraha Sthirairangaihi Stuštuvagam Sastanubhihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddhashravaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarksho arishtanemihi Swasti no brihaspati'r dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So yesterday we saw the fifth verse. Adityad vayurjayate Adityad bhumirjayate Adityad apo jayate Adityad jyotirjayate Adityad vyomadisho jayante Adityad Deva Jayante, Adityad Veda Jayante. Everything arises from Aditya. And who is that Aditya? Is a sun. Who is that sun? My own self, I. It refers to that consciousness or awareness which I truly am, my true nature. The mantra 6. Adityo va yesha yetan mandalam tapati Asavadityo Brahma. Aditya va. Indeed, what does this Aditya do? Esha Etan Mandalam Tapati. That Aditya heats up this whole world, heats up the world outside, and heats up our mind within, our consciousness, our awareness within is given that generic form of life, or we are able to think and we are able to see our thoughts because of the presence of that Aditya in the form of awareness within us. Asau Adityo Brahma. Who is that Aditya? That Surya is only Brahma, not Brahmaji, but Brahma. Brahma is that supreme presence in this universe. Wherever there is, whatever there is, that is Brahman alone. And that is that Surya. And the most important thing is that Surya is I. That is where the understanding in the Upanishad has to come to. It is not about learning about some sun and worshipping that sun and praying to that sun, may I give good health, O sun. Every day I look at you. No. The understanding is the one who is looking and the thing that is looked at and the medium of looking, everything is the same only. Jnana Jnatra Jnaya Rupa. Jnana means knowledge. Jnatra means a knower. Jnaya means that which is known. Everything is that one self, supreme self. So this, the content of all the Upanishads is that. But in one Upanishad it will be Surya, one Upanishad it will be Ganapati, one Upanishad it will be Shiva, one Upanishad it will be Vishnu, one Upanishad it will be Saraswati, one Upanishad it will be Lakshmi, one Upanishad it will be Durga, or one Upanishad it will be Aruna, or it will be anything else, any other name of God. But everything refers to points to that same self, I. So the mantra 7. Adityontakarana mano buddhi chitta hankara Adityo vai vyana samano dana pana prana Adityo vai shrotratvak chakshur rasana grana Adityo vai vakpani pada payupastha Adityo vai sparshas Shabdasparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha Adityo vai vachanadana gamana visarganandaha Anandamayo Vijnanamayo Vijnana Ghana Adityaha. That sun is only everything. Everything in this world outside and everything within. Within us, what all forms is the sun is there. Adityaha, that sun, Antakarana. It is the inner equipment. Inner equipment means a subtle body. We cannot see it, but we can experience it. We can experience our prana. Prana means that life force. When we inhale and the breath touches a point within, that is where the prana is. And then exhale, and then the breath flows out. That is where the prana is also. So, Antakarana, Manaha. Manaha means mind. For example, I am seeing through the sense organ of eye, and I see the mobile phone, I see the light of the lamp, I see this laptop, I see the lamp behind, but everything that I see through my eyes is falling on the screen of the mind. And the mind is looking at that screen, the image in the screen, and understanding that it is a lamp, it is a torch, it is a mobile phone, it is a lamp behind, it is a laptop in front. The mind is not actually seeing this and understanding. The light of consciousness, the light of awareness falls on the object, and that light is reflected back. The image is formed, and the mind is looking at that image and concluding that this is laptop, this is a lamp, or this is a mobile phone, or that is a taila deepa. This is a gola deepaha, that is a taila deepaha. So, manaha, buddhi. Buddhi is a decision. Yes, I am going to sit and listen to this talk. We take the decision. Because of the decision only we are sitting and listening. And I take the decision. Yes, I am going to give the talk right now. If I don't take that decision, it will get postponed. And finally, I will be able to do it only when that time is allowing me. It may not allow also. So that is our sankalpa is a buddhi. So buddhi, then the manaha. Manaha is known objects. The buddhi can know what is unknown also. What is not within the ambit of our knowledge is known to the buddhi. But mind can know only what is known through the five sense organs. And it can feel. The mind has the capacity to feel emotions. Buddhi, chitta. Chit is consciousness. Chit plus ta. Takaro vai vishayaha. Consciousness plus an object. What are the objects? There are 10 objects. With the mind, 10 objects. What are the 5 objects of perception? 5 objects of action. The 5 objects of perception are the object of seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching, which means sound, sight, smell, taste, and feeling. These are the 5 objects of the senses, which gets imprinted within, and the mind sees that and understands it is very hot, it is very cold, or this is something very beautiful, this is very ugly, or the sound is very nice and pleasing to the ear. That's a word. The music, Carnatic music, comes from the Karnatakam. It is very pleasant and holds within the ear very beautifully. It's Carnatic. And then smell. There's a nice smell. There's not such a good smell. I like this smell. I don't like this smell. That knowledge comes through the sense organ, but the mind is experienced. Then the taste. This food was very good. That drink was very tasty. Whatever it is, we are experiencing different tastes. And then the 5 organs of action. Speaking. I am aware now that I am speaking. Prana is going out of my mouth. Air is going out of my mouth. Words are coming out of my mouth. The sound also coming along with the words out of my mouth. The mouth is moving and I am aware of this action. So that is the speaking. And then you have the grasping with the hands. With the hands we hold something. Even a little baby, 1 month old baby also, you just give your hand nearby, it knows how to grasp that hand so beautifully. It's such a blessing to watch that. It's such a beauty to watch that. Just not even 1 month, maybe not even 28 days over, the baby can do this and grasp. So grasping The baby is not aware that it is grasping, but the mother who is seeing this is aware that the hand is being grasped. Then you have the walking. Even in gym also they tell, it is not only, you should not just do exercise mindlessly, but you should be aware of what you're doing. There is a beautiful science called graphotherapy. Graphotherapy is a science of handwriting analysis. There's a very great master on the subject is Imran Beg. If you check on YouTube, very, very beautiful. The handwriting analysis is about, it can analyze our state of mind and our health, or 128 different things about us in our life through our handwriting. But that's not the point. He teaches us how to hold the pen, how to keep the paper, and write letters very beautifully in such a manner that the best happens to us in our life. And while the writing is happening, he says the focus is not on the writing, but the focus should be on the movement of the hand. It is the movement of the hand that's creating the pattern, and that pattern is being formed in the brain. The more we are aware of this pattern, the pattern in the brain becomes very smooth and beautiful. And not only the handwriting, everything about our life, all the activities that we do, everything begins to flow in a beautiful pattern. And as a result of that, the results also come to us in a beautiful pattern. We are able to feel happy with the results that we get. So that is the grasping. And then the walking you have. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you be aware of how you're putting drishtiputam nyaset patam. There's the Subhashitani. Drishtiputam nyaset patam, vastraputam jalam pibet. Then satyaputam vachet vacham. I forget the last. Satyaputam vachet vacham. Manapputam samacharet. Very beautiful. Drishtiputam nyaset patam. You clear your eyes, put your awareness on the feet, and then keep the feet forward and move forward in life. Drishtiputam nyaset patam. Vastraputam jalam pibet. Drink water by filtering it through cloth. We are doing it. We are having other filters and other things nowadays. Satyaputam vachet vacham. When what is Satya? The thing that I have within is only getting expressed through speech. If I'm not able to express that kind of a feeling, because somebody else will get hurt, not because I want to hide the truth. No. If it is going to hurt somebody in that moment, my expression of the truth also, then I hold it back. That is called Satyam. Satyam is not feeling one thing within and telling something outside. So Satya putam vachet vacham, manaf putam samacharet. Purify your mind and do any action in your life. So Adityo Chitta. The chitta is the storehouse of memory. And then ahankara is that I that attaches to everything. How do we know what is our ahankara? You want to know where you can find ahankara in a group. In a group, suppose one person says, you know what? I'm learning violin. I just started violin class. That I is also ahankara only, but it is a soft ahankara. It is not expressing. It is just happily sharing with a group. And in that, there'll be somebody in that group, something will trigger them. Why? That person only is doing, I am also telling. I also, yesterday I started learning Veena. So the other person will say. So the one who is saying, as soon as they hear that somebody is learning violin, one person says, I am learning Veena, the one that is called the ahankara. The ahankara is always comparing. It is prana, it is energy, but it is very impure. It is impure with rajas and tamas. Rajas means activity, tamas means laziness, indolence, and inertia. So these are the two qualities. When they are very predominantly sullying the ahankara, then it is called ahamkara. Otherwise, if it is very pure, it becomes Ishvara. That Sattva Guna, complete Sattva Guna and consciousness on Sattva Guna is Ishvara, engaging in action in the world. But when it is impure, it is childish, it is fighting, it has got all problems in life, it is suffering, it does not know how to handle its situations, and it speaks something that should not be spoken. All kinds of problems, whatever is there, is coming from this ahankara. The ahankara is a product of ajnana. Ajnana is tamas. So, chitta ahankara, everything is the sun only, which means because of that sun only everything is expressing. If the power of the sun is not there, prana shakti of the sun is not there in us, none of these will work. If the power supply is not there today, for some time power supply had gone for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. In those days also it was a little bit difficult, but in the Gen Y period also, the children, they got so used to this power supply that if for 5 minutes if the power supply goes also, they're very agitated. Now the present generation, even for 1 minute they cannot stand without, there's a small girl nearby and she is strolling into my, power had gone, and I was wondering why my mobile is not working. The internet is obviously not working, the mobile also is not sending signal. So I was just walking out to see this girl is coming, hanging around, she is coming into my house. Then only I wondered why she came, because the moment power came she ran into her house. So everybody is like that. Without power nothing is possible outside also. In the same way, without that power of the sun nothing is possible within, meaning all our thinking, talking, speaking, walking, eating, sleeping also we need power. Chitta ahankaraha. Adityo vai vyana, samana, udana, apanaha, pranaha. Aditya, that Surya is only vyana. Vyana is the power of circulation within us. Then samana is the power of digestion, the power that digests our food. Udana is the power that lifts our thoughts very high, and at the point of death, the subtle body is lifted out of the gross body, like as if an aeroplane is shooting, a rocket is shooting into the sky, into whichever loka, that subtle body, whichever loka we have been thinking about, the pleasures of the senses, or whether I want to I have a drive to do work, or I want to be compassionate and help others, whatever we have been thinking and working on, we will go to that loka at the end of the birth. And who takes us first? That is the Udana Vayu. And then prana is the one that fills our chest region. It is fully present here from the face up to the chest. Prana is the one that gives us the energy, that drive, that power to do our work. Apana is the one that eliminates everything. So all these five are also Surya, which means without that power of consciousness, all these five will not work. They are inert. Then Adityo vai Shrotra Tvak Chakshu Rasana Ghranaha. That Surya, that power of consciousness, is only Shrotra, the power of hearing, the power of seeing, the power of smelling, the power of tasting, and the power of feeling. So these are all very simple. We can just go ahead with it. Adityo vai Vak, ultimately what is it? Everything is only Aditya in this world. Adityo vai Vak Panipada Payu Upasthaha. It is that sun only which is the speech. It is the sun which is the hands. The power behind the speech, the power behind the hands, the power behind the feet, the power behind the organ of reproduction, and the power behind the organ of excretion. Everything is the power of the sun only. Then Adityo vai Sparsha Shabda Rupa Rasa Gandhaha. Aditya, the sun only is the sparsha, the power of feeling, touching. Then sparsha, shabda, the power of hearing, the power of form, seeing forms, the power of tasting different tastes, the power of smelling different smells. Adityo vai vachana adana gamana visarga anandaha. The first were mentioning the sense organs and the sense objects. The second two lines are mentioning the actions done with the sense organs of action and sense organs of perception. The sense organs of perception only does the sparsha, feeling, hearing, seeing, tasting, smelling. And the sense organs of action, vachana, speaking, dana, giving, gamana, walking, visarga, excreting, Ananda, experiencing bliss, experiencing the bliss of santana or having children. Anandamayo vijnana ghana aditya. This Aditya is Anandamaya. It is filled with joy. You know, whenever we experience joy, when we meet some friend of ours whom we really love so much, or when we eat something that we love so much, or when we see something that we love so much, when we hear something that gives us a lot of joy, when we hold something in our hands that gives us joy, that feels very good, you're giving somebody a good hug, you feel joyful. That joy is not coming from the object or coming from the sound or coming from that form, or the joy brings reports consciousness back to your eyes within. The consciousness falls on the mind, and the mind recognizes it because of the chitta. Their past experiences are stored in the chitta. The mind hands it over to the buddhi. The buddhi refers to the chitta and says, yes, this form gave you joy, experience happiness. So where is the happiness experience? It is here only, Ananda, the experience of joy. Vijnanamayaha, that ability to understand and analyze and scrutinize and dissect and divide and learn something, is this consciousness, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, or the Buddhi, the intellectual aspect of us. And then you have the Vijnana Ghana. Vijnana Ghana means a mass of consciousness. Ghana is a very heavy form of matter. Ghana, very heavy, together, consciousness. That consciousness is Aditya. What is seen outside is very physical, but what is described here is that spiritual, that experience of that sun within, the consciousness, the power of consciousness. That is why whenever we speak, we say we had a bulb on moment. What is that bulb on? That bulb on is the power of consciousness that is casting itself through the thought, that the thought becomes very clear to us and we are able to understand. So that is the meaning of a bulb on moment. Even children also, when they make fun, no, they'll say bulb. Bulb vaangarada means, in Tamil there's a word, Sariyana bulb, meaning Sariyana tube lights. They will say, it's not this bulb. It is not this bulb. Not the yellow color Gola Deepaha, which you put on, it will come. Tube light means after you put it on, that flicker and then come. Nowadays, that tube light also is not there. It's coming directly. So technology has improved everywhere. And what is that? Why is it happening? The thought is being fed by consciousness. There is complete awareness shining through the thought. The thought is very clear. There is no disturbance in the thought. And so we are able to see clearly what we are thinking. And why are we saying it is not because of the thought, but it is because of the power of consciousness within. And that power of consciousness is Aditya. Namo mitraya bhanave mrityorma pahi bhrajishnave vishvahetave namaha. So this is a prayer. Namo. Namo means I salute. Mitraya, that friend. Without that sun, what can we do in our life? We cannot do anything in this world without the rising and the setting sun and the circadian rhythm. Namo mitraya bhanave, that brilliant sun. Mrityoho ma pahi, protect me from mrityu. Mrityunjayam mrityubhiyashritanam aham pratyayam mrityumupaiti purvam. Mrityunjayam. Why do people pray to Bhagavan Shiva, Mrityunjaya? Because they have fear of death. Mrityubhiya ashritanam. And when they pray, what happens to them? Aham pratyayam mrityumupaiti purvam. The default mode network in us called the ahamkara will run away when we pray to Lord Shiva. So tasmat, where is the question of death for them? Because they have already faced death. There is no death at all for them. And in the same way, Namo Suryaya bhanave mrityorma pahi. Protect me from death means dissolve my ego completely, that I don't experience any difference between what is I and what is this whole world around me. Everything becomes one. The experience becomes one when the ego is not there. When the ego is there, there is duality, and we are not able to experience that oneness. And as a result of that, what happens to us? We feel very sad. All the troubles that we invite in our life is because of this lack of experience of oneness. Bhradishnave Vishwahetave Namaha. This Vishwahetave, this Surya is a cause for Vishwa, this whole universe. Mantra 9. Suryad bhavanti bhutani suryena palitani tu surye layam prapnuvanti yes surya sohame vacha. So that Surya is so great, that Surya is bhavanti bhutani. Because of that Surya only all beings are existing in this world. Suryena palitani tu. This is where the climax, we are coming to the climax, the Mahavakya. Suryena palitanitu. It is protected by Surya only. This whole, all the beings in this world are protected by Surya, protected by that Mahaprana, which is I, the self. Surya layam prapnuvanti. All beings go and merge in that Surya only. Yes, Surya. And who is that Surya? Saha ahamevacha. I am only that Surya. So, it is not wrong to say that everything begins from me, everything is protected by me, everything merges into me, and I am that sun. Both are the same. But because why we don't say that right away in the Upanishads is, we don't talk about the I straight away, or even the Upanishads is not a subject that everybody naturally gets to listen to. And even if they get to listen to, they may not really want to continue listening to it, because the lot of impurities of mind will prevent them from, either it will give them sleep, or it will create a lot of energetic disturbances on the laptop, and you will not be able to see laptop or mobile phone or whatever. You will not be able to hear, because it is not the information that is right, suitable for us at the right moment. Or we may listen, we may even take notes, but we will not understand, because so many kind of disturbances are blocking our understanding. And when all those disturbances go, that person who lives within us is that Surya. There is no difference between the two. Chakshurno devas savita chakshurnauta parvatah chakshurdhata dadhatunaha. Chakshurno devaha. O Surya, you are my own very vision. You are that power by which I see, that Savita. You are that power in my eyes, the power of seeing in my eyes. Chakshurna uta parvataha. You are the power of all the mountains. Everything, whatever formation we see in the world, everything is because of the power of the sun. There was the sun, and the expansion and contraction and heating and cooling, and the mass gathered around the sun. The earth was born, and the sun has been beaming its rays on the earth, and so much of modifications have happened, whether it is a creation of earthquakes, or whether it is a movement of the tectonic plates, or whether it's a rise and flow of the water and the tides. We say the moon is responsible for high tide and low tide, but the sun is gathering the energy from the moon only. So without the sun, there is no moon also. So the Lord Sun is our eye. Vision gives us fullness. May the Lord bestow good eyesight to us. When we chant this Surya mantra, this Upanishad, our eyesight will become strong. How is it that you know? Are you a doctor? Can you tell? I cannot say. I trust and believe. If you trust and believe, it will happen. Otherwise, also no harm. It is not going to do any harm to you if you don't do it. Mantra 11, the only thing that can happen is maybe you will spend a lot on trying to figure out other means, and you will have to spend a lot in that process. But this is a very sure way of getting good eyesight. There are many, many shlokas are there in the Mahabharata. The Ashwini Sahodarau shlokas for good eyesight is there. And then any Surya mantras, Aditya Hridayam also. This Surya mantra also, this Upanishad also gives us good eyesight. आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात्. आदित्याय विद्महे. I know that Aditya, that sun god, who has got 1,000 lights, sahasrakiranaya dhimahi. I meditate upon that sun. Tannaha, that us. No, that Surya, us. Protect Surya. Prachodayat, may that Surya guide our life, guide the path of our life, meaning guide our understanding. Life is nothing but our understanding and appreciation, our perspective, and the decisions we take. The perspective we have, the stability of our body, the stability of our mind, the stability of our breath, the clarity of our intention, and the perspective we have when they are put together into readiness of action, it becomes our results, and those results further bring the same loop coming like an alpha. The loop goes this way, like this, goes out and comes in into us, and then our life is pushed forward. So we pray to the sun, may that sun prachodayat, guide our life. The 12th mantra, this is about, very interesting, it is about the sun behind, sun before, sun above, sun below. In every direction we are protected by the sun, the power of the sun. That means the power of prana. Savita paschatahat, savita purastahat, savitottarattahat, savita dharatahat, savita nasuvatu suvatum sarvatatigam savitano rasatam dirghamayuhu. Savita paschatahat, from behind me, may that sun protect me. Savita purastat, from before me, may that sun protect me. Savita uttaratat, from above, may the sun protect me. Savito adharatat, from below, may the sun protect me. Savita nasuvatu sarvatatigam, that Savita, naha, us, suvatu, may deliver sarvata atigam, all round excellence in life. May that Surya, whenever we want to go for an interview and we want to crack the interview, whenever we are taking any leadership role, as I mentioned earlier, Surya Bhagavan grants us good health, and he is also the head of all the administrative services. And this is a very interesting secret that we do not know or we do not follow in India. Because the British were there, we made our Sundays as holidays. Actually, the Sunday is the, whether you like it or not, whether you go to office or not, Sunday is not the day we should be sleeping till 12 o'clock and resting and relaxing. Sunday is the day we should do maximum hard work in the week. If all offices are working on Sundays, then our country will blossom. Our country will become very, Sunday should not be a holiday. Ideally, holiday can be Friday. According to our Shastras, Friday is the day for entertainment and day for relaxation. Friday is the day for Shukra Bhagavan. Shukra is the master of entertainment. All the cinema halls and entertainment places, everything is, all the rich places, the hotels, the malls, all the places where there's a lot of richness and wealth, that is owned by Shukra Bhagavan. All the purchases, everything done on Friday, it will improve our finances, it will improve our experience of goodness by what we buy and what we spend. So that is the ideal day for our entertainment or a holiday. Sunday is the ideal day to begin our work. If all government offices begin to work on Sunday, there will be no corruption in this country. It is as simple as that. And Sunday, with the energy of the sun, the power, invoking the power of the sun. And what else? Sunday is also the head of administration. It is the head of all administrative services. So people who are all in administrative services, if they worship the sun, they will be able to excel in their job. They will become the masters. They may be at a lower level than any minister or anybody, but their voice will be commanding. They will have the command, the power. They do not need to do anything out of fear. They will be able to do what is right and get away with it and take the whole team with them. There will be no problem about team dynamics and people not functioning properly or people not listening to us. The more and more we worship the sun, the more and more our Vak Shakti will improve and people will start listening to what we say. So that is and the other thing is about the sun. What is that I wanted to say? Astrological point of view. about the sun. Oh my God. I wanted to say that first, but if I'm able to remember it, I will tell. In all directions, the sun is there. Savita Adharata. So even now also it is okay. So it takes a lot of time to contemplate on this. The people who are all listening, if there are any lawmakers, if they get to listen to this, then they can work on it. It will be debated in the assembly. It will be debated in the parliament, in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Then a rule has to be brought, an amendment has to be brought about the holiday for the month in government jobs everywhere. All that is very, very far away. We don't know. We cannot say it can happen. It may not happen in the near future also. But what can we do at home? If you have anything to do with government, if you have any policy or any paper that you have submitted for which you are expecting a reply for the government, you can nowadays everything is online, so you can do the work for yourself at online. You can send the mail on a Sunday. You can prepare, you can start Sunday also. The Surya Hora is there, 6 to 7 in the morning, 1 to 2 in the afternoon, and 8 to 9. This is a pro tip. This has got nothing to do with Upanishad, but since I love you all so much, I want to give this small interesting tip where you can be successful with any government servants, any government jobs application, whatever application you do for government jobs, or you're going for an interview with the government, you're going for a meeting with the government, make all the planning on Surya Hora on Sunday. There is morning 6. Hora is a day is divided into 3 parts of 7 hours each. The Hora is Surya, Shukra, Buddha, Chandra, Shani, Guru, and Mangala, Shivai. So Surya, I'm only going to talk about Surya because this is Surya Upanishad. Surya is the master of administration. Surya is the master of governments. Surya also is the master of father. Surya is also Atmakarta. Surya is also I. We saw Aham Adityaha. We saw, no? Surya also represents the self. So if you want to build your self-confidence, if you want to join any program where you want to build your self-confidence, self-help, and you want to improve yourself, begin it on Sunday on a Surya Hora. Surya Hora is the first 1 hour after sunrise. Sunrise plus 1 hour is Surya Hora. And then you have, after 7 hours, again Surya Hora will come around 1 to 2. And again it will come again in the night. At these times you begin that work. Your health will also be good. Because anything related to your medicines also, you can take it on, you can begin taking it on Surya Hora on Sunday. Praying to Bhagavan Surya, the disease will be cured. You can begin your meditative practices on your own self, study of the Upanishads also in Surya Hora on Sunday. Any government jobs, any government mails, everything you can do it on Sunday. Try it out and see how successful it is. And maybe if it is successful, you can comment here and let us all know. We would love to. The more some thought is shared and the more some thought is verified and commented upon, that thought becomes stronger. Who knows? Whatever you do, you may be responsible for bringing that change in our weekly holiday pattern in our country. Because everybody loves that Bharata Desha to be an excellent country. And we are talking, the Shastra shows the way by which we can achieve that excellence. And this is one simple means by starting our work on Sunday. Om ityekaksharam brahma घृणिरिति द्वे अक्षरे सूर्य इत्यक्षरद्वयम् आदित्य इति त्रीण्यक्षराणि एकस्यैव सूर्यास्याष्टाक्षरो मनुः Om iti eka aksharam brahma. Brahma is referred to by that one akshara called Om. A, U and Ma. That refers to Brahman. Grini. Grini means very interesting. Grini Suryaya Namaha. There is a Surya mantra called Grini Suryaya Namaha. Grini is a very interesting word. Grini has got many meanings. They're all quite opposite to each other. Grina. Grini means pity, anger, compassion, revenge, light and heat. Power in all forms. All this pity is the power of sorrow. Anger is the power of, expression of our power outside. Compassion is the power of doing good to others. Revenge is the power of, making things happen and getting that thing back. Revenge. Light and heat are obviously powers. So Grini iti dve. Om iti ekaksharam Brahma. Brahma is represented by that word Om, letter Om. Grini is 2 letters. Surya iti akshara dvayam. Again, Surya is 2 letters. So 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Aditya iti त्रीणि अक्षराणि ekasya eva Surya ashtaksharo manuhu. Now all these together, Aditya is 3. So Om, Gr, Ni, Surya, Aditya. 8 letters. And there are 8 people listening now. Very interesting coincidence. Right? 8 people are listening to this talk, and we are talking about 8 letters which are the mantra of Surya Bhagavan. Manuhu ityashtaksharo Manuhu. Manu is the mantra. So Om, Grini, Surya, Aditya is the mantra. So it is a seed. The mantra is a seed. Grini iti dve akshare, Surya iti akshara dvayam, Aditya iti trini aksharani. The word trini means 3 letters, and it indicates the way the individual contacts the world of perceptions and performances. He is the experiencer, the experiencing, and the one that is experienced. There are 3 parts to it. And 3, in its derivative meaning, indicates a triputi of perceptions: the experiencer, the experiencing, and the experience. And when we chant this mantra of Surya, Ekasya eva Surya ashtaksharo manuhu, this is that 8-lettered mantra for Surya. It is a mantra upadesha. It's happening in this Upanishad. Yes sada aharahar japati. This mantra, aharahar, day to day, if somebody is chanting this mantra, aharahar japati, savai brahmano bhavati, savai brahmano bhavati. So he becomes a Brahmin? No. He becomes a Brahmana means he becomes a knower of Brahman. Like Vishwamitra, he was a Kshatriya by birth, and he had a problem with Vasishta. Vasishta's Brahmadanda was very powerful than his Rajadanda, and he discovered, what is all my Rajadanda of no use, and he went and did tapasya. He did tapasya for so long, and he slipped in many times, and then he continued to do tapasya. Vishwamitra was a Raja Rishi, and he did tapasya, and then he became a Brahma Rishi. So that is why even in Tamil also, even Brahmaji came and said, I will tell you are a Brahma Rishi. Vishwamitra said, no, Vasishta should come and tell me. So then finally Vasishta came and said, Vishwamitra, you are a Brahma Rishi. So that is why in Tamil also, if somebody very rarely comes and praises us, some very important person, so very accomplished person comes and praises us, they say, Vasishtar Vayal Brahma Rishi Pattam. From the mouth of Vasishta, I got the title of Brahma Rishi. So that is the value of that praise. So that is the Brahmano Bhavati means the one who chants is Om, Grini, Surya, Aditya. Om, Grini, Surya, Aditya. Om, Grini, Surya, Aditya. Chanting that mantra again and again and again and again for how much ever, 108 times or whatever we can on a day-to-day basis without expecting when it will happen, we become the knower of that Brahman. Brahmaiva Brahmavid Bhavati. The one who is the knower of the Brahman is the Brahman only. There is no difference between them. Meaning, there is no duality in their life. There is no I and there is no world. And there is no God. Everything is that one truth, reality. Surya bhimukho japtva mahavyadhi bhayahat pramuchyate. If you look at the sun and chant this mantra, then all the diseases will go away. Alakshmir nashyati. If you look at the sun and chant this, look at the sun means not at the bright sun. You are allowed to look. I am saying you're allowed because I have that right to say. I don't want you to hurt your eyes. Otherwise, I don't want to gently say this. You please, it is up to you whether you want to do it. No, I am saying you can look only at the morning sun from the sunrise to 45 minutes, as long as the sun is orange in color. After that, you should not look directly at the sun. At the same time, the setting sun, before, not even 45 minutes, the last half an hour of the setting sun, we can look directly. Otherwise, you have to look at the sun only with some whatever lens or whatever you have accordingly, not even with the lens. It is not advisable to look at the sun at all. We will lose eyesight. So, Alakshmir Nashyati. If you chant this mantra facing the sun, you need not look up. Whatever light is there is a sunlight only. So you don't need to, even inside the house, if you keep all your windows open and let sunlight in, that is the sun only. You don't need to look at the sun. So Alakshmir Nashyati. Alakshmi, or lack of Lakshmi, lack of purpose in our life, lack of wealth, lack of prosperity, Daridrya Buddhi. No, I don't have all the time. I don't have song is going on at home. That will go away. Abhakshya Bhakshanat Puto Bhavati. If at all we have eaten something that we should not eat, like we have eaten something, overeaten something, or something that is not good for our health, we have eaten, there'll be a lot of disturbance in the stomach. If you look at the sun and chant this mantra, that will also become clear. The stomach will become clear. The digestive system will get purified. Puto bhavati. Asatya sambhashanat puto bhavati. Asat sambhashanat puto bhavati. If somebody speaks lies, no, and you feel very guilty about it, sit and chant this mantra facing sunlight somewhere. Your mind will become pure. It is not like you tell lies and then you chant this. If you have told lies and you want to make a change in your life and you commit yourself to speak the truth, then if you look at the sunlight, and you chant this, the mind will become clear. Madhyanhe Suryabhimukha patet Sadyotpanna Panchamaha Patakahat Pramuchyate. When you chant this mantra in the afternoon time, Surya Abhimukha, facing the sun means not looking at the sun, being in the presence of the sun. Sadyotpanna Panchamaha Pataka At Pramuchyate. That person will be freed from five ghastly sins, great sins. What are they? Brahmahatya, killing a Brahmana for the purpose of stealing cows, gold, etc., either at the instance of others or at his own instance with his own hands or through other persons. Brahmahatya means, Brahmana means the one who knows the Brahman, who is living a life, a pious life of the seeker of Brahman and the knower of Brahman is a Brahmana. If that person is killed, what happens is, because their mind is so pure, it is not about the Brahmana jati. But if a person is living such a lifestyle and we hurt that person or kill that person, because that person's mind is so pure, the mind is not disturbed by this. And because their mind is not disturbed, they have not taken the disturbance that is caused by our action. And the disturbance goes back like a boomerang to the one who disturbed. And so, with whatever intensity we do, it comes back to us and we will suffer great pain and suffering. So, this is the one pataka, one great sin. The other great sin is drinking wine, surapanam, intoxicating and forbidden drinks. This is not for everybody. This Upanishad or this Panchamaha Pataka is not for everybody. Drinking is forbidden for a Brahmana. Meaning, what is a Brahmana? Knower of Brahman. Knower of Brahman means he is aware of the Brahman. Because of his aware of Brahman, so many people in this world are being benefited because of that cosmic consciousness that he has. And if that person drinks, and what happens, what does drinks do to you? Once it goes into the bloodstream, it numbs the nervous system, and we are not able to have knowledge of even who I am, where am I lying, where am I sleeping, where am I walking. It is not about this community can drink, that community cannot drink. No. If you're a knower of Brahman, if you're a seeker of truth, if you drink, it is a pataka. It is a pataka means you're fallen. Your mind will be disturbed. You will not be able to realize the goal of what you want to do. That is the reason why this is giving. It is not a command. It is not a command, thou shalt not drink. No. The Shastras have got no problem with whatever we want to do. But the Shastras are created by Sriman Narayana Bhagavan. It is his exhalation is the Shastras. And it is created so that this world that he has created will be well. And if all these are practiced, the world will be well. Then if you do these 5 sins, and then what happens if you have done these 5 sins? Suvarnasteya, stealing gold of a Brahmana. Again, The Brahmana is a person who will not really focus on protecting his thing. Why Brahmana, Brahmana again and again? Because constantly he is living a life of meditation, he is living a life of tapasya, he is living an inner life. He is not bothered about protecting his things also outside. And so it is granted, it is taken for granted that people will not touch. Even if you go to a thief and he sees a very pious person, he will just do a namaskara and he will go. He will not steal from that person. Thieves have got so much of intelligence. They do not. That is why they are very successful in their job. They are very successful in their job because they don't do what they are not supposed to do, because their job will get spoiled. And so that is Suvarnasteya, stealing gold, and Guru Talpa Gamana. Guru Talpa Gamana, going with the wife of one's own teacher, is a great sin. And then having contact or mingling with the people who have committed all these four. The fifth one is, like, if you refer point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4. And what is point number 5? The fifth papa is all the four of the fifth papa. Interacting with anybody who has done any of the four is the fifth papa. But what will happen when you sit in front of that sun, in that sunlight, in that broad sunlight, under the sunlight, on your terrace or in an open space, and you chant this mantra? If any of this we have done, if any of this we feel we have done, and we are feeling disturbed by that, you sit in the hot sun and then you chant this mantra: Om Ghrini Surya Aditya, Om Ghrini Surya Aditya, Om Ghrini Surya Aditya. You can chant it. And then the sin gets dissolved. I am not saying this, the Upanishad is saying this. Saisha Savitri Vidya na kinchidapi na kasmaichit prashamsayet. This is a Savitri Vidya. This is the knowledge of the sun. Kasmaichit na prashamsayet. Neither praise a person, neither bring down a person. Because whether you praise somebody or whether you bring down somebody, both are disturbing the equilibrium of that Brahman, which is both are not the truth. Praising, nobody is great, nobody is not great also. Nobody is so low and nobody is so high. Everybody is that one Brahman. So don't indulge in praising somebody or disturbing somebody by censuring somebody. It is not really. Why is this injunction given? When you start chanting this mantra and we are doing everything and you clear up all your 5 sins, you should not do things that are further disturbing your mind. So when you praise someone and when you bring down someone, it is more than what happens to that person. Our own mind gets disturbed. So to prevent that, this mantra says, don't do that. Prashamsa means praise, and then censure also. Censure severely is pra plus samsha, is censuring severely. Prashamsa itself means praise. Yayeta mahabhagav pratah patati sabhagyavan jayate pashun vindati vedahartham labhate. The one mahabhagaha, the one great person, etam patati, the Surya mantra, Surya Upanishad, patati, bhagyavan jayate. He is blessed with everything in this world. Blessings means what? We have so many blessings, but we don't know what are the real blessings. Good water, good food, fresh water, clean water, good clothes to wear, a good place to stay, a good vehicle to move about, comfortable living conditions, enough money to go by, and enough money, life of dharma, good relationships, harmony in our relationships, harmony in the workplace, then good salary, hike, and everything in life, whatever takes us higher and higher on the social ladder, on the spiritual ladder, everything happens for us. And we feel very blessed and blissful. That is the life of a Bhagyavan. So the more we chant this mantra, the more we become a Bhagyavan. Pashun Vindati. They get a lot of animals, meaning the modes of transport are there. Now today, if you say Pashu will be our cars. We have, they are, but animals in those days are considered great wealth. Pashun Vindati. Veda Artham Labhate. They understand the true meaning of the Veda, which is Om, and that Om is Brahman. They understand that meaning, they appreciate that meaning, they abide in that meaning, and they become one with that meaning. Vedartham labhate. त्रिकालमेतत् जप्त्वा क्रतुशतफलमवाप्नोति हस्तादित्ये जपति स महामृत्युं तरति य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत्. Trikalam etat japtva. If you chant this for 3 times a day, Kratushataphalam avapnoti. You get the result of doing 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas. Shatakratu. 100 Ashwamedha, 100 Yajnas. Whatever we do, that result we will get. Hasta Aditye Japati. Hasta Aditya. When the sun is in the Hasta Rashi, at that time when it is when the person chants this mantra, Hasta is the where the Hasta nakshatra comes, that Rashi where Hasta nakshatra resides. During that time, if we chant it, that is meaning the Hasta nakshatram time. Hasta Aditye Japati Sa Mahamrutyum Tarati. Sa Mahamrutyum Tarati. That person crosses over the great death, means crosses over from this world of mortality to the world of immortality without a trace of sorrow. There is no disturbance at all, either within in that person also and around the surrounding. In the Devaloka, that is how death happens. Death also is there in Devaloka, but it is not like how it happens in our Loka. Nobody will ever know that if we will just disappear, as if people are you're sitting in a meeting and talking, and in the meeting everybody is talking to each other. The person whose time is over in Devaloka, something circular will come and pull them out, suck them out of that place, and nobody will know that this person disappeared. They will continue talking as if everything were normal. Because in our earth, we are able to see and we are able to experience, and every day we go through this, so we find it very difficult. So, Mahamrutyam Tarati means you will not know. Death will become like a eating. The Mrityuhu asya avalehaha. Death will be eating like eating a pickle. We love to eat pickle. It is very biting, pungent, and also hot. But still, we love eating a pickle. A little bit we dip it in. We dip our dosas, idli, and even the vadas or curd rice. We eat with nice pickle. In the same way, only death. The experience of death is like eating a pickle in our food. So that's it. We will complete with the Shanti Patha. Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव हरि ओम. So day after tomorrow we are going to have a break for our talks. Upanishad is over. We will not begin anything tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, we will read a very beautiful text by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. It is very rare. The book is out of print from Gita Press, Gorakhpur. It is called Prashnottara Ratnamalika. It's a lovely text. It's a beautiful text. And it gives us a roadmap for our life, what we can do as a seeker, as well as to live a good life in this world. We will see that day after tomorrow. Or, yes, day after tomorrow, we will begin that. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम. बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेवा. हरि ओम.